Good evening. It is with great excitement and a little sadness as well that I announce that we have finally made it to the championship at Eldora for the Crooked Line Racing Dirt Series. I'm looking forward to having a blast. This is going to be a great night. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be a lot of action on track. It's just going to be all around a fun time. My name is Jonathan Leach. I was here last week. You also can catch me on Mondays for the Crooked Line Racing Super Late Model Series. They'll be back in action again this upcoming Monday, which will be another excellent match. But anyway, now it's all about the small block modifieds. It's been an incredible season, a lot of fun. Kevin Davis has all but wrapped up the championship, and he is here tonight. So I anticipate we will be crowning him victorious at the end of the day. Please stand by. I'm going to momentarily have to leave the screen. I will be right back. All right, folks, I am back. Here we are, the championship race for Eldora. It's going to be heat number 1. A nice breezy day outside, 4 miles per hour, 69 degrees is our track temperature, 76 degrees outside. Dirt oval here in Rossburg. For heat number 1, we're going to have Brian Lawson, Kevin Davis. Kevin Davis is our assumed champion. Jordan LaFawn and Josh Farnsworth rolling off for heat number 1. We're going to have 2 heats. That's always exciting. So we're going to get a 7-lap shootout between these drivers that are here today. I anticipate us having a great time. Just like last Friday, or 2 Fridays ago, these drivers didn't have anything to race for other than the win. We saw more fireworks than we're used to seeing. I expect we're going to see just the same tonight. We also want to thank Buttkicker. Feel what you've been missing. Buttkicker's been on board with these guys for the entire season for both the Street Stock Series on Friday nights and the small block modifieds that you see right now getting ready to roll out. We're going to watch this from the views of the fans when these guys go green here. They should be going green here momentarily. They'll be coming around the corner. As James Siegel would say, they would hammer down. And then, boys, we would be on a roll. Here we go. That truck comes in. On the throttle, Kevin Davis, Brian Lawson. Here we go. Kevin Davis gets a great restart. Gets out in front of Brian Lawson quickly. Behind them, you have Jordan LaFawn, Josh Farnsworth. Now it's single file into turn number 3. Kevin Davis leads the way. Kevin Davis into turn number 1. Brian Lawson hot on his left corner panel. Jordan LaFawn, there in third. Josh Farnsworth slides up the track just a little bit. Hangs on to it, always in that brightly colored orange and yellow 311 machine. Kevin Davis hasn't been able to run away yet. Brian Lawson is an excellent driver as well. I don't expect him to leave anything on the track. We know Kevin Davis has been dominant all year long, but that does not change anything tonight. Kevin Davis up in the wall. It's going to open the door for Brian Lawson down low. Jordan LaFawn trying to get in there, but no, Kevin Davis is going to get one heck of a run off the wall. He's going to get loose again. He's going to collide with Jordan LaFawn. Really in the wall for both of those guys. Kevin Davis is on his roof, flipping down the backstretch. Still flipping sideways. Somehow going again. Brian Lawson. Oh my God, he's still flipping. And now he's off the track. Brian Lawson, 3 laps to go. Probably 2.5. It is 2.5 at this point. What an unfortunate series of events for Kevin Davis. Brian Lawson with 2 to go for heat number 1. I told you folks there would be fireworks. We're already seeing fireworks. If you guys are watching, we're already having a blast. It's already a lot of fun. Last lap, Brian Lawson. Brian Lawson is going to bring it home, P number 1. For heat number 1. Heat number 2 is going to be, looks like 2 drivers. We got a 2-driver heat between Jaron Valley and Butch Baker. This is going to be fun. What kind of bombs can these 2 guys throw at each other? Jaron Valley was supposed to be in the booth with me. Well, he asked to be in the booth. Then Butch Baker said, hey, I got a ride for you. Jump in that 111 and show us how to do it. It does look like it's going to be a 3-way shootout. Ryan LaFave is involved as well. Well, Jaron Valley's actually in the number 3 Budweiser machine. That's a pretty prominent sponsor for a small block modified here at a dirt track. Talk about good sponsorship for that guy. Pace lights are out, so I expect we're going to see this truck turn in just a minute, and these guys are going to be underway. Any moment now. It's going to be a 3-machine battle. Green flag. Here we go. Jaron Valley, Butch Baker, Ryan LaFave. Into turn number 1. Jaron's going to take the low line. Ryan's going to follow him. Butch Baker's going to try to get around the high side. Side by side for Ryan LaFave and Butch Baker. Jaron Valley now moves up to the high side. LaFave down low trying to make the low lane work. Almost 3 wide coming into turn 3. These guys are all together. Still together. Excellent job here for these guys. Butch Baker sitting in P3, waiting for a mistake. Side by side for the number 3 of Jaron Valley and the 19 of Ryan LaFave. Butch Baker trying to make something happen down low. What an insane race. If this is going to show us what we're going to see for the feature, there's definitely going to be fireworks. All of these guys have nothing better to do but win the feature. Almost 3 different lines right here. Jaron Valley's on the high side. Ryan LaFave seems to be working the middle more. Butch Baker looks like he wants the middle, but in order to get around LaFave, he's going to have to take a different lane. It doesn't seem like the low lane that he's running is quite as ideal as he wishes that he would have. He's still trying to make something happen. Hasn't quite been able to get the drive off the corner to get side by side with LaFave in order to try to make the pass. He's going to try diving down deep here, try to get a big run off. It's not going to happen. LaFave is still going to keep the position. And number 3, Jaron Valley, little loose, little wiggle right there. Gets way low on the track. but he's going to retain the lead, puts that right rear tire in the cushion up top, gets a great drive off. Getting ready to come to the white flag. These drivers are still all together, having a lot of fun. What a great race. Coming out of turn number 4 for these 3 drivers. I still think any one of the 3 can win it. Last lap for Jaron Valley. Jaron Valley putting those tires up into the cushion. Gonna get a great drive off right here. Jaron Valley. Ryan Lefebvre tries to give it everything he's got. Not gonna be enough. It'll be Jaron Valley, Lefebvre, and Buttkicker. Alright, folks. Now's the warm-up period. As always, we're gonna turn it up. Here's the iRacing official. You just saw the ATVs. You got his green button, his red, and his yellow button right there. Josh Farnsworth is going to be the first driver to take to the track. I'm going to turn it up. I'll be right back. That's going to conclude the Turn It Up segment, or here we like to call it Dirt It Up. Getting ready for the main event. But this is just called a feature. This is not a boxing match. Might as well be a boxing match because everybody is here to win. As we said, Kevin Davis, dominating year. I believe he has 5 wins on the season. He's going to start last. 6th is going to belong to Buttkicker. 5th, Jordan LaFawn. Starting 4th is Brian Lawson. Jaron Valley 3rd. Farnsworth 2nd. Lefebvre is going to start up front. Drivers are going to be coming off pit road momentarily. What a great view right here. Here come the drivers. The fireworks go. It is time for the main event. We are going to have a lot of fun. No better way to start this race than with fireworks, because that's how we're going to end this race. Just waiting for the green flag. We're going to watch this pace truck dive down. Again, here is the weather. Track temperature 68 degrees. We've dropped a degree from the track temperature and the outside air temperature. Track length just under half a mile. We saw from the heats there are multiple grooves for these drivers to utilize. We're going to see a lot of that when this race starts. Cautions are a part of the feature, and the caution laps do not count. Cautions go by quickly here, so don't step away. You might miss something. Here comes that pace truck. We're getting ready to go green. Here we go for the championship for Dirty Thursday Small Block Modifieds Crooked Line Racing. Brian Lefebvre still hanging on out front. Coming into turn number 3. Under siege from the number 3 of Jaron Valley. Josh Farnsworth trying to make it work on the top side. A little bit of contact farther back between Brian Lawson and the number 11 of Jordan LaFawn. Kevin Davis biding his time. You're going to have 2 cars connect. I believe that's Lawson, and that was number 311 of Josh Farnsworth. Butch Baker just sitting in the back by himself. Lefebvre still hanging on. Jaron Valley trying to make that low line work right now. We've got Jordan LaFawn and the number 30, and the number 11 machine trying to follow Lefebvre up on the high side. Brian Lawson's going to try to get around the number 3, which is the number 111 of Jaron Valley. He's using the high side, following the footsteps of Jordan LaFawn. Ryan Lefebvre has moved up to the high side, so the top 3 are using the high side of the track now. Everybody else is still spread out. They haven't quite sorted this out. Jaron Valley has moved up. Butch Baker, Farnsworth, Kevin Davis slowly making his way. He's by 2 drivers. 5 laps already complete. Nobody's giving an inch. Got ourselves one heck of a battle for the lead between Ryan Lefebvre and Jordan LaFawn. Jordan LaFawn putting on the pressure. 24 laps to go. Getting ready to come to 23. LaFawn is there. Lefebvre putting that right rear into the cushion, getting a great drive off. But LaFawn is every step of the way with him. Doesn't quite get his right rear tire in the corner there. He's going to get a little bit loose. Going to lose a little time. He's going to have to regroup, try again. Single file for these 7 drivers here, championship night at Eldora. Lefebvre still hanging on out front, doing a great job. Brian Lawson waiting to see if these guys are going to make a mistake. Running his race. We see a change. Jordan LaFawn down to the bottom. He's going to pass Ryan Lefebvre, but the crisscross move is going to work out for Lefebvre, who's going to slide back up in front of Jordan LaFawn. This battle is ongoing. LaFawn side by side on the high side, going to get the run off. Now he is clear of Ryan Lefebvre. Brian Lawson is about to be under siege from Jaron Valley and the Budweiser number 3. Kevin Davis behind them. Farnsworth and Butch Baker a little farther back than that. 19 laps to go. Getting ready to come to 18 to go. Lap times are looking around 16 and a half seconds. These boys are flying very quick. I want to thank everybody for being a part of the SRM family. If you guys are watching and you watch regularly, we really appreciate it. That's what we're here for. We have a lot of fun doing this. We also have a lot of fun when we get new follows and new likes. So if you don't mind, please do that. Check us out on YouTube and Facebook. The Crooked Line series is aired on both. You can check out the Crooked Line Super Late models on Monday. You can also find those on YouTube and Facebook as well. A lot of fun on Mondays. Nothing else planned tonight. This is the only show for the evening. Nothing planned for tomorrow night. Saturday, we're going to have 2 shows. You're going to have the OG Racing League. Correction, it's just going to be the OG Racing League this Saturday. Looking to add an extra show, but nothing at this time. Sunday is going to be the Full Throttle and Sunday Night NASCAR doubleheader, which should be an excellent day of racing. Jordan LaFawn stretching out a half second over Ryan LaFave now. Brian Lawson hasn't been able to get up there to contend with Ryan LaFave as of yet. Jaron Valley still trying to get a little bit closer. We're past halfway, folks. 13 laps to go. This race is going very quickly. It's been an epic season here for the Crooked Line Racing Dirt Series. We've seen multiple different winners. Every driver here is great. They work hard. They're a good family. They race each other clean. It has been my utmost pleasure to be a part of this series. I'm very glad that we were able to bring them to SRM. I can't say enough for the likes of Buttkicker, Brian Lawson, LaFave, Farnsworth, Kevin Davis. These guys are here week in, week out, racing their hearts out, trying to put on a great show. And I would say they do an excellent job at that. When this series started, these guys were plagued with cautions. They weren't perfect. It seemed like they were new. They weren't used to each other. Now we can go entire features. Contact, rough racing, clean racing, and these guys just get it done. Under 10 laps to go. LaFawn, our leader, is on his roof. The caution has come out. Holy cow. What did I say about fireworks, folks? The leader touched the wall, ends up on his roof. Just going to slide up just a little bit. He's going to get those tires up on top of it. Does a little bit of a wheelie and just flips it. Wow, he almost got 8 right there by Kevin Davis. That was close. So these guys are going to regroup. They're going to have about 8 laps to go. That's going to hurt Jordan LaFawn. He's going to have to try this again. That's going to recycle Ryan LaFave back to the lead. Brian Lawson will be with them. Jaron Valley will be P3. Move Farnsworth to 4th. Butch Baker to 5th. Those guys are going to get another stab at a restart. What a great season. And it's going to end with a bang, just like the Dirt Street Stock Series. Here we go. Green flag back out. LaFave out front gets a great restart. Jaron Valley's going to clear Brian Lawson into turn number 1. What a move. Lawson's going to fight back hard on the low side. Can he stay with him? Will he be there out of turn number 4? It looks like Jaron Valley's got the advantage. I believe he's going to slide up and clear Lawson. No, he does not. Still side-by-side battle. Everything LaFave wants to see. 6.5 laps for LaFave. Jaron Valley is going to get clear. LaFawn is on a mission, up to 4th. Slides up right in front of Josh Farnsworth. That allows Farnsworth to get side by side with him. LaFawn's really going to use that high side to get whatever drive off he can. Kevin Davis just abiding his time. Knows he's the champion, just has to finish this race. LaFave doing everything he needs to. Half a second lead over Jaron Valley. I'm not so sure this battle for second is over yet. Brian Lawson right on the rear bumper of the number 3 of Jaron Valley. Jordan LaFawn just can't seem to make up any ground. He's got Kevin Davis and Farnsworth all over him. That's for fourth. Farnsworth is going to get loose. He's going to save it down low. Jordan LaFawn into the wall again. LaFave out front. Side by side, a little bit of contact from Jaron Valley and Brian Lawson. 1 second now, the advantage to LaFave. LaFawn has moved up to second. Caution is out. LaFawn's going to have another shot at it. Let's try to get another angle here, see what happened with Valley. Racing with Brian Lawson. I have a feeling he just got a little loose. No, a little bit of contact there. Lawson slid up into him. Turned Jaron Valley. That moved Lawson to the back. Changes the whole complexion. LaFave's going to have to pull off a miracle. It's going to have 2 laps to go, I believe. However, Jordan LaFawn is back. We know how strong he is. We saw him take the lead aggressively on the last restart. Or excuse me, the restart before he wrecked. Two laps is all that separates Ryan LaFave and a victory tonight. SD audio machine. Can he do it? What a fantastic racing evening. I believe we're going to have a single file start here. Just keeping an eye out on that pace truck any moment now. There goes the pace truck. It will be single file. This is going to be in Ryan LaFave's favor. Gets a great jump. Almost to a second over Lawson. Jordan LaFawn, third, trying to get around Lawson. He's only going to have a lap and a half to get there. I don't think they're going to have enough time. LaFave got that restart perfectly. LaFave only needs to get around one more time when he takes the white flag. There's the white flag for Ryan LaFave. Got a gaggle of machines for P2. Jaron Valley really sending it into turn number 1, trying to slide up into the 4th position. Isn't quite going to be clear. LaFave did everything right. Coming out of turn number 4, LaFave wins the championship race at Eldora. I believe, let me confirm, but I do believe Kevin Davis is the small block modified champion. Holy moly. Josh Farnsworth just sent it right into the wall. That just tells you the craziness of this series. Let me quickly go and confirm. I do for certain believe that he is the champion. As of last week, LaFave was 53 points behind Kevin Davis. Kevin Davis finished 4th. Ryan LaFave won the race. I believe that spread isn't enough to cover it. As you see Kevin Davis jumping right up here on the... What a race. What a phenomenal way to end the season. We're going to get a word with some of these drivers. What an excellent race. What a lot of fun. Just phenomenal. We're going to tag Brian Lawson first. Finished P3. Mr. Brian Lawson, Jonathan, for the Dirty Thursday Championship at Eldora. I would say pretty good. I saw a lot of fireworks. I saw a lot of rough racing. I saw you and Jaron Valley cause a late race caution that made it even more fun.
When Ryan was leading, and I think Jared was second, and I was third, and then he took the lead. Jared took the lead, and he bounced off the wall. And that restart, boy, I got to tell you, boy, did Ryan catch me sleeping on that. I was lucky the caution came out when Jaron got sideways in front of me, and I had no place to go because that gave me a second chance. Still finished third, though. Happy with it. Good race all in all.
I was really happy with the race, and folks, I know his audio didn't come in quite immediately, but right before what you missed, he said it was basically said, "Wow, what a great race!" Said he was doing well. Asked me how I was doing. That's why I told you guys what a fun race that it was. Brian, it was a lot of fun watching you battle with Lefebvre and LaFawn up front. That was really cool. Um, let's see here. Walk me. No, I would say how about walk me through the season? Because I mean, this is it. We're done. This is the Dirt Series.
It was a great season, honestly. I mean, I wish some more of the guys had shown up at the end of the season. I don't know if it was because the season was ending or they just got to the point where they had no chance at the championship. Because I've seen that in other leagues where, guys will kind of, not worry about it or not bother showing up if they don't have a chance to win the championship. So, that could have been it too. But, I mean, my first race, I think I finished fourth. Didn't win any, but had a lot of seconds. Very, very happy with the season and all, especially against guys like Ryan Lefebvre, Kevin Davis, Butch, all these, especially the 7 that we had tonight. Really, really good drivers, and a pleasure to race with.
Oh yeah, it was a lot of fun, And so Kevin Davis 6 wins on the season. Lefebvre now at 2. No, elusively, no wins for you. It looks like you're going to come in P3 in the championship hunt, though. Butch Baker with a
Yeah,
win, and Redmond Jr. had a couple wins as well.
yeah, there was some tough competition, but you know what? It's we're here to have fun, and that's what we did. And congrats to Kevin on the championship. Congrats to Ryan on the win. A huge shout out to Buttkicker for sponsoring this series. Butch Baker for doing all the work he does behind the scenes. Crooked Line Racing. It's been a fun season.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's been my utmost pleasure to be a part of it. I never thought I would like dirt, and I've had a lot of fun. I've learned a lot just by observing you guys. I've seen a lot of action, met some really great people with y'all's league. I'm gonna miss talking to you guys every week, honestly. And this series has been like, man, I really don't want to get in the booth today. Then you sign in, get everything started. The race goes great. Then you start talking to guys that are happy and had a blast. It's just makes you feel good, and that's
Yeah,
the way to
it was
describe this
wild,
series.
right? Yeah, absolutely.
But anyway, Brian, I'm going to send you out here in a minute. Go ahead, tell the world, anybody watching, anyone that's going to come back and watch the show, what the series meant to you, anybody you want to thank before I let you go one final time.
Well, the only other people I'd like to mention, I mean, obviously GTR Simulator, Fanatec, they put out great products and, give me the products to be able to do this. DNA Designs and Speed Shop, they got some really great paint jobs and setups, so hit them up on Facebook. Family, friends, my wife especially for putting up with me doing all this. And you guys for putting on a great broadcast. And I'm sure, we're going to see you in the future. Don't worry. Well, my name will pop up on something you're covering at some point.
Oh, I'm sure. I definitely don't imagine this will be the last time we ever talk. That much is I'm certain about.
Well, if I show up in the race, that's one thing. If we talk, then I finished in the top 3. So then I'll like that better.
I Yeah, I think you would. I would imagine so. But anyway, folks, this is Brian Lawson. Brian, it's always been a pleasure. Great job. Good race tonight. I look forward to talking to you again in the future.
Thanks, Jonathan. Take care.
You too. All right, folks. So that was Brian Lawson. I don't have Jordan LaFawn available. Ryan Lefebvre is available. So we're going to go ahead and pull Lefebvre in. Ryan Lefebvre, Jonathan in the booth. Second win on the season, P2 in the points. You did everything right tonight. How do you feel?
I feel pretty good to win the last race ever. Really had a tough night from the beginning trying to guess the gear. I was way off in qualifying and the heat race. I just kind of guessed for the feature. I picked one in between and guessed right. The guy in front of me had some problems. If not for that, I would have had a second, but pretty happy.
Well, you did everything right. Yeah, he ended up, Jordan LaFawn, he ended up getting into the wall. But you did everything right. You weren't significantly slower than him. It's just it was that track position. He took your line away, you took his line away.
Yeah, and then I watched him as he was going, and he was getting pretty close to the wall, and he kept drifting, and I thought, well, I think Brian was behind me. I go, if I can just stay in front of him, you get close to the wall here, and you never know what happens. So I figured if I stayed close, and if something happened to him, I could jump in front of him. And luckily, that's what happened.
Yeah, everything worked out for you. So 2 wins on the season. Congratulations. What a great job. A great year. I've had a lot of fun with the Crooked Series. So that's what I'm going to ask you. Go ahead and recap a little bit of the season. A little bit of what you remember, what the season means to you, what the other drivers meant to you, things like that. I've had a lot of fun. Great group of guys.
Yeah, everybody was good to race with. At the beginning, we had some, bumps like any other new series would be, and then it got better. The car count thinned out, but that still had good racing. And all in all, I thought it went pretty well.
Yeah, I was very pleased. It's been my pleasure. I've had a lot of fun being here talking to you guys and seeing everything happen. That being said, like you said, final race ever. I know it won't be your last ever shout-outs, but it will be your last ever shout-outs for the Dirt Series. So please go ahead. Thank whoever you need to.
Yeah, I got to thank SD Audio, Buttkicker, Crooked Line, and you guys for doing a good job all year.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And I know the fans and those guys do as well. Ladies and gentlemen, watching now, watching the replay, that's Ryan Lefebvre, our race winner, P2 in the points. What a great year, Ryan. Our season, that is. I hope you enjoy your weekend and stay safe.
You too. Thanks.
So we've talked to P3, we've talked to the race winner. Now it's time to talk to our champion, Kevin Davis. Really, you got it done last week. It was official. But you still had the formality of tonight. Has it all starting to sink in yet?
Man, I'm stoked. It's definitely been a ride. Been I hate the fact that we're not going to have another season coming up. It really does suck, but I am glad to see this season come to an end. I've been kind of biting my nails and trying to hold Ryan off for the points lead and just kind of worrying about that. But I'm glad that it's over and I've got it sealed in the books. And it's been a great time this season. I've had a lot of fun, a lot of great guys, and it's definitely been one for the books. It's been a lot of fun, and Butch and Brian and all of them, they did a heck of a job hosting this season. I'm happy that I was able to be a part of it.
Me too. It's been a lot of great racing. I've learned a lot about dirt. I've met some really good people in this league. I've had a lot more fun than I figured I would being a part of this series. Seeing everything happen, watching things unfold, knowing who there is to beat, knowing the guys who are good at different tracks, the camaraderie. Just everybody here's great. You're a little bit faster than everybody. They may not like you for that, but other than that, the camaraderie here is great, and you guys all get along, and I always have fun. It's always a blast here.
Yeah, I do a decent job. I'm not a setup man though. I do definitely have to give big props. I definitely wouldn't have won a championship if it in an open setup if it wasn't for DNA Designs and Speed Shop. And I didn't even have a set from them tonight. My buddy's been busy this week, and he's actually busy tonight, so we didn't get any really testing done or a setup made. So I just kind of tinkered in the garage tonight, and you could see the difference of the speed between my setups and his setups. But I'll say if I get it on a little bit of fair playing ground, I can get my job done. But I definitely made me grateful tonight of all the work he does and puts in for me to be able to run up front. But definitely a good group of guys. it's great when you can race side by side with people and they're not running over you, and nobody's getting hard feelings because everybody makes mistakes and you're gonna have mess ups here and there. I mean, we had little slip ups in the heat race, but no words were exchanged. We just went on about it. I mean, stuff happens. No big deal. So you just keep going, keep your head up, and keep running the race.
Right on. That's the best way to describe it. Well, Kevin, I don't know if I'll be talking to you again. I might see you somewhere. Hopefully. Probably. Small world this iRacing thing is. But anybody else that you would like to thank before we let you go? The champion for the small block modifieds.
Definitely just, again, DNA Designs and Speed Shop, Downrange Transport, Race Life for Real. Unfortunately, Ron wasn't able to finish the season out, but he had some stuff going on in his personal life and had to kind of put racing aside for a little bit. And, it stinks, but he definitely helped us out a lot in the beginning of the season. And I've just had a ton of help, and I'm so thankful that, Buttkicker and Crooked put this on for us. And definitely big thanks to Butch and to Brian for all they did. And I mean, I'm glad that Ryan got him a win, and I love racing with him. He's a great competitor, a class act. We've had a couple of issues in the beginning of the season, tit for tat, and we got over that, and we were able to run by each other without having any issues. And I want to definitely thank y'all for broadcasting this, and I'm sure I'll see you again. I'll keep up with the stream, and I like sometimes going back and watching these streams and watching other races that y'all are putting on and seeing. That's kind of how I scope out what leagues I want to jump in and bomb into. So I'm sure I'll keep an eye on and see who you're running with and hosting, and as long as it's got dirt on there, I'll probably jump in there and see if I can't crash the party.
Well, that'd be a lot of fun. I look forward to seeing that. I don't know how much longer I'll be in the booth regularly, but we'll see. I'll be around. Anyway, folks, so that's Kevin Davis. Congrats one more time, Kevin. I'll talk to you sometime in the future, I'm sure. Have a great weekend.
All right, man. You too. Thanks for everything.
Absolutely.
Jonathan, you got me?
I do have you. I was pulling in Brian as well.
Gotcha.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here's Brian Lawson. Here's Butch Baker. These are the behind-the-scenes guys for the Crooked Line Dirt Series. This is the last race. I'm kind of saddened to say that, but man, was it fun.
Oh, yeah, that was a blast. It was probably a lot more fun from the guys up front. I was just trying to hang on. I did not have a good setup tonight, but it is what it is. It's still, it's fun. We enjoy doing this. It's been a long season. And like you said, there's a lot of work that goes into this. And I just want to make a public shout out to you, Brian, for coming on board and helping me as much as you did, because I couldn't have done this without you, man. You were like my right-hand man, so thank you.
Well, then that would make you my left-hand man.
I knew you were going to say something like that.
Much appreciated, buddy, and thank you, too. You did a great job putting this all together, and I'm glad that we became friends. We'll be racing in other leagues against
Absolutely.
each other. We've already kind of, found a few that we're racing together, so yep, it's been a pleasure, buddy.
Absolutely. And thank you, Jonathan, for coming on board and taking a chance on a dirt series that you really didn't want to have any part of. And man, you guys did an excellent job this season. And I think you guys had as much fun as we did.
I did. I really, genuinely have had a lot of fun. I've gotten better as a commentator. I've learned about dirt. I've met some really great people. And I've seen some really cool racing. So it's just been a fun time. And like I've told you before, even when I didn't want to show up and get in the booth, after I was in the booth, man, I had a good time. It's been a good time. So
there you go. We
make a bad day good, right?
Oh, most definitely, gentlemen. But
of course, unless you're behind the wheel and you get wrecked or something,
Well, this is why I only race once a week now, and I'm doing decent in that series.
Attaboy.
So,
right.
on no practice, I don't know how I'm sitting fourth in the points, but we'll talk about that another time. That's surely going to change at some point. But well, guys, if there's anything else you want to talk about, mention, Butch, anyone you want to thank, any drivers you guys want to thank, I mean, you can read off a list. I don't mind.
Well, I also just like to thank James MC, the owner of Crooked Line Racing. Thank him for giving us the opportunity to do this and to put this on. He took a chance on me to start out with, without having any kind of experience running a series, and he just said, "Run with it. You know, I trust you. Go for it." And because he had liked what I had put together, and everything seemed to work out pretty good. You know, I mean, the car count died out towards the end. You know, because it gets to be a long season, and the weather gets nice, and you know, people have other commitments. But the core groups stayed together, you know, pretty much till the end, and it was really great. And I just want to thank all the drivers from both series. You know, Kevin Davis, Brian Lawson, Isaac Salas, Malachi Smith, Corey Schertzer, Jesse Osborne, our street stock champion, Ryan Lefebvre, everybody, you know, the list goes on and on.
Butch Baker.
Nah, don't think that guy.
No, it was definitely a fun season. Absolutely.
And like you said, it's coming to an end, but you'll probably see us around. We'll be racing in other series and other leagues, and you know, got to meet some great people. Like Brian said, you know, him and I became friends, and there's a lot of other people on here that got to become friends with, and there's a handful of us that kind of formed our own group. We're not really a race team. We're just a bunch of guys that like to hang out and race together. So that'll continue on, and you'll see us around in the future.
Well, I'm sure we might be able to work some stuff out, get you guys on track time to time. Something fun.
Go.
That'd be cool. But all right, gentlemen, I'm just going to go ahead and kind of speak for all of us real quick. I'm going to go through the results with y'all in the booth, and then I'm just going to close it out. So, last race here, guys. Championship night at Eldora. Dirty Thursday, as y'all like to call it. Ryan Lefebvre is going to come home as the winner. Man, I'm sure you guys got to see him battle and just get everything right pretty much all night long. Jordan LaFawn looked like he was going to take off with it. Ended up in the wall. Lost the lead. Recovered to second. Brian, you finished P3. Excellent run for you. Kevin Davis, the champion of the series, dominating, finished fourth. Said that his setups were pretty much everything to him. Jaron Valley, who you invited, said he was going to be in the booth, but you decided to give him a car. Finished fifth. Butch, you finished sixth, and Farnsworth finished P7. Had a lot of fun. It's been my pleasure being a part of the series with you guys. And I'm going to speak for both of you. I'm going to tell everybody to be safe, have a great weekend, and never forget the Crooked Line Racing Series and the camaraderie that comes with it. Everybody, good night.